The OK Lockers are an enigmatic bunch who hang out in a small corner of X. They frequently make jokes about their cult and post about a horse that no one is supposed to talk about. Their inside jokes lead to more inside jokes, making understanding them well nigh impossible for normal folks. For those who don't know me, my name is Mark Studdick, senior editor of the Christian Experience, associate propagandist for Ruination Films, and OK Locker charter member. My intent for this video is to invite the outsider in so that he no longer has to pretend like he knows what's going on. Join me for this special look behind the scenes of OK Lockers.
Don't ask about the horse.
This is it right here. This is the post that started the descent into madness. Tax Slave Dave posted this request for AI art to fill a video he was working on at the time. Although I'm no AI artist, I submitted post after post of pictures. Get off my back. It was a slow night, okay? Everyone has a superpower. Guy Jones's superpower is to notice things. He went through my submissions and noticed this one in particular, then posted this reply pointing out the winged serpents. Tax Slave Dave quote tweeted Guy Jones and said that I was Illuminati confirmed. That post served as the starting point for 4 separate threads beneath it, each one containing spur-of-the-moment nonsense posts that would build the groundwork for the OK Lockers lore. I'll now review each, explaining as I go. The first series of replies are common to all 4 threads. First, the now-deleted account of Noxish1517 said, "No wonder he wants me to join." I have no idea what he meant, but then he is from Louisiana. Regen Christian replied that he hadn't gotten an invite, and Guy Jones said he hadn't either, and that they should start a counter-Illuminati, and he offered to bring pizza rolls because, I guess, starting counter-cults makes you hungry. Regen Christian asked if they could get a bunker under an airport, and Guy Jones replied, "Only if it's in Denver," and posted a photo of Blucifer. Regen Christian said they currently hold it, presumably they referred to the Illuminati, and Jones promised the upstarts could make a better horse. Regen and Jones started talking about updating all their AI art, because the two of them had an infatuation with neon AI chickens that continues to this day. I tried to rein things in by promising to mail out their Illuminati membership IDs, but my words came too late. A cult had been born. Here's the first bit of art to represent the group. Rightly, Jones noticed it was missing something, the horse. Regen then said the horse should be white to replace the big blue thing in Denver. Before we go any further, we need to jump to another thread that started earlier that same evening. OK for Christians, whose account is generally locked, posted that he would be leaving X for a while. Jones asked him to leave his account unlocked while he was away so Jones could quote tweet all OK's stuff and start a cult of personality around him. Bombadil's little finger said he wanted to join a cult and asked what the name of the cult was. Jones responded with this: "I'm thinking something like OK Lockers because OK for Christians always locks his account." This post no longer exists because the man who would soon become known as Dear Leader said it was gay and Jones deleted it. That was the coining of the name. Now let's get back to the 4 threads. Jones posted the horse and hashtagged the name of the cult into the thread, OK Lockers. He added the now famous catchphrase, "Don't ask about the horse." Regen said, "If you know, you know," and Jones replied, "If you don't know, pretend like you know." Note, there is one original OK Locker who is never listed in the roll call. Grassy McGrassface left X. If he comes back, he will be admitted back in after he has been fed inspected. I'm going to fast forward through the second thread to the parts that I want to highlight. Here, Bombadil's little finger asks about the horse, and we get the first reference to the horse being a lie. Here we see Grassy ask for his member ID card, and Guy provides him with version 1. And shortly after, he posts the second version of the card, complete with the "that expletive deleted is not real girl." Jones, referencing his cult conversation with OK for Christians, referred to the original locker as Dear Leader. Noxish, now known as Gingerroot, admitted he'd lost any semblance of an idea as to what was going on. At that point, Jones recalled, the shenanigans were occurring on Tax Slave Dave's timeline. That brings us up to speed with some of the history. Now let's go back a couple of months prior. At the time of this recording, there are 3 Christian Experience episodes that build on the lore established in those threads. The first one came into existence weeks before the first OK Lockers hashtag. I started the Christian Experience on October 23, 2023, as a way to gas up the boys and poke fun at all the goings-on in our space. 7 days later, Owen Strawn posted about dark alchemy in the ref form space and gave rise to a popular display name across Christian X. I took the opportunity to write the lore behind the moniker. Season 1, Episode 17 is a retconned prequel to OK Lockers.
The Christian Experience.
You gotta admit, that's a crazy name. Where did it come from?
It's the code name he used years ago. He was once the premier member of an ultra top secret reformed superhero program that R.C. Sproul headed up in the 80s. I'm not at liberty to go into details, but he walked away from that career to lead a normal life of obscurity.
That's the weirdest thing you've ever said. But okay, so you know his secret identity?
Yes, but again, I can't go into details.
This is so crazy. So he used to be a superhero, took a break, and now he's a superhero again?
Correct. When he hung up the cape, he hoped never to don it again. For years, he lived as a normal, mild-mannered churchman. He read the Big Eva articles, watched the sermons. He drank the Kool-Aid, as it were. But the world changed. Pulpits clamored for the downplay of Anglo-8s and the elevation of the Kool-Aid Mafia. All the while, he grinned and bore it, and they kept pushing against him. And they misrepresented those like him, and they misrepresented some more. In essence, Mid-Eva, Big Eva, and Pride Month, but I repeat myself. They created the environment that needed a hero. So he took up the mantle again and stepped back into the fight.
Does Mid-Eva know he's back? Is that what was behind Owen's cryptic post the other day?
Yes, they know. They were trying to get him to show himself publicly so that they can shame him for taking a stand against all the things that they're too afraid to stand for. I don't think he'll give them what they want, though. That's not his style. No, I think he'll bide his time.
Is he out there right now?
Most definitely.
The Christian Experience.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Dark Alchemist.
In early February, 3 events came together to birth the first official OK Lockers and Christian Experience tie-in. First, the Lockers had discussed wanting to build on the lore we started. Second, an Anon friend had recently had personal information publicized on X by a demon fed. And third, a friend asked me to work Alex Jones onto the show. I figured I would put these things together and posted the following ad for a forthcoming show.
Coming soon.
Do you keep up with the OK Lockers posts?
I see them, but I wouldn't say I keep up with them. I think Mark does, though. Maybe we should do an episode about them to finally get an answer to what's up with that horse.
That horse is not real.
Trust me, the elites don't want you to hear the things we're going to reveal about OK Lockers. You're not going to want to miss this episode.
I posted the finished episode a few hours later. I give you Season 2, Episode 22.
The Christian Experience.
For the show's next segment, we're going to talk about a strange cult inside of the Christian X space that not a lot of folks really know about. Joining us to spill all the beans is our good friend, Fake Alex Jones. Alex, thanks for joining us today.
Fake Joe. Fake Elon. Thanks for having me on the show. You guys know I've been following this OK Lockers story for quite a while, and it's imperative for people to wake up and hear the truth before it's too late.
Okay, Alex, what exactly is OK Lockers?
That's a great question, Fake Elon. Man, I like the way you think. The current guys behind OK Lockers would have you believe it's all just a funny joke that started back on December 6th of last year when Tax Slave Dave posted that Mark Studdick was Illuminati confirmed. Did you catch that? December 6th? That's the day before Japan bombed Pearl Harbor in 1941. Coincidence? Anyway, Tax Slave Dave, or Herman Clovershoots, that's his real name, by the way, he owns a little-known company in Geneva, Switzerland that makes kayaks, and get this, Stetsons. Just look at Mr. Clovershoots' Twitter PFP.
Okay, wait, so this tax slave Clovershoots guy is signaling some type of attack that has to do with Pearl Harbor? Am I following you?
Stay with me. Clover Shoots was just signaling for the real muscle behind the organization. The guy they call Dear Leader. There's nothing endearing about this guy, let me tell you. He makes Clover Shoots look like the Easter Bunny. The man is a maniac, and he's a genius at operational security. He keeps his Twitter profile locked up like Fort Knox. He's a super anon just like his whole group. But I figured out who he is. I can't tell you how, but I did. He's a guy named Philip Jenkins from New Mexico, and he wears Stetsons. Geneva-made Stetsons. Are you following me?
So Jenkins buys Stetsons from Clover Shoots out of Geneva. I'm not seeing how this is a cult. And what about the horse?
We can't talk about the horse until we talk about Javier Bushido, a.k.a. Guy Jones, a.k.a. the natural law theonomist. You see, Mr. Bushido was raised in Puerto Rico, but he's ethnically Japanese. Do you see the Pearl Harbor connection? Anyway, this Bushido character owns the company that washes the windows at the Denver airport. But because of something he did back in the early 90s, he's banned from ever coming into Colorado again. So he needs a proxy to oversee his business there. And that's how Noah Miller comes into the story. You see, Noah is really an Australian war veteran named Noah Brown. This guy is the eyes for the whole team.
What do you mean by the eyes? What's he watching for? And I thought the whole idea was that the group met up in the basement of the Denver airport. How does that happen if Javier Bushido isn't even allowed in the state?
Noah Brown is the eyes who watches for the perfect opportunity. If you've ever seen the Dear Leader's profile come unlocked, you've witnessed the flow of information from Brown to Bushido to Jenkins to the Camo Man, Chicken Tender, a.k.a. Francis Tarkleton. You see, Tarkleton is one of two guys on the team who speaks a particular dialect of Russian Sign Language. The other guy is Ginger Root, or his Christian name is Igor Stanislav. This Stanislav guy lives in a trailer in a desolate place in Arizona where he trains
Horses, that's it. Stanislav trains horses.
No, don't try to skip ahead. Stanislav trains poodles. The dogs don't come into this story at all, but they are very well trained. Anyway, when the signal comes to Stanislav, he dispatches a truck from Remersunk, or maybe I should call him Brett Samsonite.
Dude, I'm so lost. Brett Samsonite?
Samsonite owns the largest Adobe-constructed fireworks superplex in the southern half of the Southwest region, and he owns some trucks to move them around. So Stanislav takes the truck from Samsonite and drives it to link up with Gary Owens, the one they call Bombadil's Little Finger. Owens lives in Nevada, and he owns the only hologram repair equipment available in North America. He can't keep it in Colorado because of the new weed laws. Anyway, Stanislav drives Owens to the Denver airport.
But what does any of this have to do with a cult and a horse?
It's MK Ultra mind control. The Stetson's Clover Shoots makes for Jenkins, and the OK Lockers dispel the effects of holograms. This is especially important at the Denver airport. A lady made a discovery not long ago, and she tried to tell everyone about it, but Bushido shut her down by reporting her to Linda Yaccarino as a cornbot. You see, this young lady learned that horse is not real.
Alex, you got to admit, this is one of the weirdest things you've ever talked about. So, the OK Lockers use mind control holograms at the Denver airport to make people think that a fake horse exists, and they have a secret signal they send over Twitter, sorry, Elon, over X when it goes out. Why?
Joe, that's the most important thing to understand. Several months ago, Owen Strahan started sparring with a long-forgotten superhero who's been living in the shadows of evangelicalism. The mind control and hologram horse in Denver is a way to hide the secret lair of Christian nationalism's poster boy, none other than the
Dark Alchemist. Hi, Fake Joe. Hi, Fake Elon. I'd hoped Alex wouldn't go through with the doxing, but you can't win 'em all. It looks like we may have to change up operations for the foreseeable future. Until next time.
Whoa, can you believe that?
I know. Herman Clover Shoots. That's crazy.
The Christian Experience.
Alex Jones. I like that guy. He is a funny guy. You can come on the show anytime.
And now, Fitsplaining with Nilly.
If you want your Twitter account to be anonymous, you probably shouldn't use it to post pictures of yourself.
Remember how I said there were 3 crossover episodes? Well, I miscounted, and I'm too lazy to go back and edit the previous scenes. There are actually 4 crossovers. The main portion of Season 2, Episode 23, revolves around a guest, but the post-outro scenes expand our story.
The Christian Experience.
Hey guys, I got one of the ladies from Christian X on the phone. I think her name is Ali or Nelly or something.
Dude, There's a huge difference between Allie and Nellie. Nellie is the AI reincarnation of one of the most insufferable characters from television history who has recently come back to X to give horrible takes on things. Allie is a based Scottish lady. Which one is it?
Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, just a second, I will ask her. Hello. Yes. Did you say Ali or Nelly? Oh, okay, just a second, I will tell him. Joe, she says she is the one who is not blocked by all of Christian X.
Oh, cool. It's Allie. She accepted our invite to come on the show. Patch her into the audio.
Okay, she's patched in now.
Welcome, Allie, and thanks for coming on the show. We know you're busy, so the best way to use our time is to take Paul Swanson's advice and put your American English to the test.
Okay, here's a softball to warm up with. Or say bubble gum.
I don't think I say it very different than Americans. Bubblegum. Bubblegum. Bubble. Gum.
Okay, you passed round 1 with flying colors. Now, so the folks at home understand the difficulty level of the next round, we're going to play a YouTube clip of a Scotsman attempting to say, "Purple burglar alarm."
Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. Burglar. Purple burglar.
Okay, you're up, Allie. Say, "Purple burglar alarm."
That's ridiculous. So, people have sent me this video, and I've had to practice it a ton to get my mouth around it, because it is really, really tricky. Purple burglar alarm. Purple burglar alarm. But it takes a lot. It takes a lot of hard work to be able to say that. Purple burglar alarm.
Nice. Okay, last round. Say, Perps people alert purple burglar alarm in early burglar bungled in the world.
Perps people alert purple burglar alarm in early burglar bungle in the world.
Amazing. She's unstoppable.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new Christian X Scottish to English champion linguist and ever cool person, our very own Allie Among Flowers. Thank you, Allie.
And now, Fetsplaining with Nelly.
Wolves in the church will bully you into being performatively innocent as a dove in the hopes that you forget to also be shrewd as a serpent.
Mr. Shackelford, we've got you patched in. Go ahead. What have you got for us?
You two gentlemen got taken for a ride on the AJ train. Unbeknownst to both Mr. Jones and his source, everything you learned from Alex was exactly what the Dark Alchemist wanted released. This one goes deep. The rabbit hole is big and it's shaped like a horse. Wait a minute, am I on video? I was never here.
Later that same month, Tax Slave Dave and I met up for a family dinner. We decided we needed a special video release to commemorate the occasion. Thus, Season 2, Episode 25 was born.
Previously on the Christian Experience.
Anyway, Tax Slave Dave, or Herman Clovershoots, that's his real name, by the way. He works for a little-known company in Geneva, Switzerland that makes canoes, and get this, Stetsons.
The Christian Experience.
We're now going to go live with our field reporter, Mark Studdick. He's been in Geneva, Switzerland for a week trying to track down Herman Clovershoots in order to get to the bottom of the OK Lockers cult. Mark, you're live right now. What have you got for us?
Hi, Joe. Hi, Elon. Well, we're still on Mr. Clovershoot's trail, but we have yet to catch up with him. I'm getting the impression that the local population doesn't know about OK Lockers, or they're unwilling to talk about it. Either way, we're running out of leads.
Interesting. Mark, I've just got to ask, why are you wearing that I Love Geneva t-shirt?
Oh, well, the airline lost my luggage, so I had to make do.
Well, that stinks. So what is your next move to find Clovershoots?
Hello? Okay, just a second. Let me put you on speaker.
Joe, Elon, Mark, I got something wrong the other day about OK Lockers. Clovershoots doesn't live in Geneva, Switzerland. He lives in Switzerland, Florida.
Whoa, we sent Mark to Europe for no reason.
Sorry, guys. I think my memory's going bad. It's so weird. I know Geneva fits into this story, but I just can't remember how. But I'm positive Herman lives in Switzerland, Florida.
Thanks, Alex. Mark, did you get all that?
I got it. I'm grabbing the next flight out of here en route to Florida. I'll worry about catching up with my lost luggage when I get home. I don't want to waste another second.
I just got a text from Mark. He says he's located the Clovershoots estate, and he's headed up to the front door to see if he can get an interview.
Hello? Okay. Just a second. Let me put you on speaker.
Guys, I just remembered where I came up. Geneva, that's Herman's wife's name. Herman and Geneva Clovershoots from Switzerland, Florida. Man, sorry about the mix-up.
Can I help you?
Mr. Clovershoots, my name is Mark Studdick. I'm here to get rid of secrets.
That's a good-looking Stetson you got there, Mark. I guess the interview went okay.
Hey, thanks a lot, Joe. Yeah, everything did work out great. I got the full interview with Clovershoots. I got the full tour of the underground lair. And he also gave me permission to release some little-known OK Lockers documents. But the coolest thing was actually sitting down with Mr. Clovershoots, having some grape juice, and we shot several rounds of skee ball in the underground lair. It turns out that Clovershoots is a skee ball champion, and a lot of people don't know this. It doesn't come up in the history. But again, this is something I can talk about later.
Skee ball champion? This just gets weirder. And what about the horse?
Don't ask about the horse.
That brings us to our most recent tie-in. Just like I retconned the Dark Alchemist into the OK Lockers universe, I also pulled in everyone's least favorite demon fed. You can play Retard Joe's words backwards to hear what he says, or you can just watch the post-outro scene for the explanation.
The Christian Experience.
All you guys out there, this is a friendly reminder that when someone says you need to wear red high heels and walk around in public to support a cause, you need to say no and probably check that person's browser history.
Yeah, this looks like the adult interactive version of Drag Queen Story Hour. One thing's for sure. Seeing these emasculated men doing a walk of ritual humiliation makes me thankful for all the based folks in the Christian X space.
You're so right. This is a shout out to all our folks in the Christian X space. You guys really keep things lively, and we really appreciate the iron sharpening and laughs.
Absolutely. Keep it up, Christian X. You guys are the best. And if you're a new viewer, thanks for hitting play on this clip. When it's done, go check out all of our previous episodes. Also, if you have show ideas, or if you want to be on the show, drop Mark a line. Again, thanks for being you, Christian X.
Hey, hold up. Don't stop the camera. I've got something I need to say, too.
What is it, Other Joe?
I was just thinking. What happened? I blacked out for a minute. Man, I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm sure it was something about if men aren't willing to wear red high heels to virtue signal, then democracy is at stake.
I don't think that was it, but that's true, too.
Leave ABS alone, please.
Don't ask about the horse.
Did Codename Life Support really just say that Blake Callens is a demon fed backwards on an internet talk show? Yes, sir. I know Lispy Butthole isn't working for us. No, I didn't know he was the one who called the office and suggested we walk around in public wearing high heels. Interesting. Okay, sir, I'll look into it.
I made this video clip from a picture a friend took while landing in Denver. I ghost imposed the Dark Alchemist into the window reflection, added the lady and Alex, put graphics to represent the OG members along the top, and finished it with a Rusty Shackelford quote. There's other stuff in there too. See what you can identify. Recently, the Lockers decided that the lore was expanding enough to justify creating a special show to house it. We inducted a new Locker, Paul Swanson, and had him narrate it.
Don't ask about the horse.
Solid copy. Do you have any remarks? Over.
Roger. It's secure. Over.
Roger. Solid copy on all.
The OK Lockers had seized control of the Denver airport with precision. The operation seamless and calculated. Sisko stood at gate A45, his heart pounding as he approached the strange old man in the green fleece and red suede loafers. Slowly, he sat down directly behind the old man. He uttered the password, "Nice night for a coon hunt." The old man stood and looked at Sisko. His dark eyes gleamed with recognition, and he motioned for Sisko to follow him. They walked in silence for a long time, till at last they reached gate A83. There they entered a narrow door in a secluded corner across from the gate, which was labeled "Employees only beyond this point, door 11. They walked down a narrow flight of stairs, which seemed to go down for a mile. Together, they navigated through hidden passages and secret corridors until they reached the underground meeting chambers of the OK Lockers. That's it for today. And remember, there is no horse.
And now, dear viewer, you're all caught up with the OK Lockers lore and are qualified to take part in future episodes and events. Welcome to the cult. Always remember two things. If you don't know, pretend like you know, and don't ask about the horse.
I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching this documentary. If you like this type of content, give the post a like and share it with friends. We exist to share laughs and to gas up the boys. You're why we do this.